Go, man. Go. Back in the early days of Fox Network, we had a great TV series that showed you, we get to see what it is to be like on the job with the police force every day. The TV series Cops, great TV series, been around for decades. Great TV series. It's been canceled a couple of times. The last time that it was canceled was amid the whole George Floyd situation, which that should have not affected the TV series. There were two TV series we lost, Live PD and this. And it's nothing to do with the situation. You know, we can go into detail with George Floyd and everything else that has been going on. And the thing about it is, there are situations that, should go through the judicial systems, and other things that should have not seen the light of day judicial. But see, there are those out there that will use these situations and use terminologies, hands up, don't shoot, BLM, Black Lives Matter, to that situation. But when you delve into the reality, some of the things that they say are not true, but used as a political agenda to get votes, to put themselves into office, or to make money. Plain and simple. And it affects everybody else. And let me tell you something. People who work on Live PD and Cops and not only the police officers that are shown in the light, but there are people who work behind the scenes on these TV series, and they lose their jobs. These are groups of people that are strapped down with bulletproof vests, that basically are taking a moment to work with some of the most bravest people they'll ever meet out on the streets. And we got to see what goes on. Some good news on here is that Cops is back, has been returned. Fox has brought it back. Fortunately, you're going to have to pay to see it. It's on Fox Nation, their website, their pay website on there. It is a good thing. If you're looking on YouTube right now, there are some past episodes that are being shown. There's also a live stream, 24 hours, showing episodes on there. Also, Pluto TV itself has a Cops channel as well. It's great to see this show back. And it is very important, and we've said this is very important for the community. Community needs to see what goes on when the police are on the road. When they hear the situations, when they pull someone over, the things that they have to go through. That there are people out there that think their shit don't stink. That they say, well, why are you you're pulling me over, you should be getting someone else. Yeah, but you're violating the law. You're running a red light. You could have hurt somebody. You're drunk to begin with. That's a violation on there. And you see this in every episode that goes by. You see people that are complaining. There was one episode, was it Cops or LAP or Live PD? I think it was Cops, where they were chasing a guy down, high-speed chase. Guy ended up crashing in a ditch, and basically when they cuffed him and sit there and they go like, why'd you run? And he goes, I got some warrants on me and all that. They ran the guy. The guy had not a single warrant on him. There was not even a freaking parking ticket.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I cannot. It's serious.
And he says, you're kidding me. He says, no, we're not kidding you. Now you're going to jail because of what you just did. We were pulling you over because you had a broken tail light. That's all. And that's all they were pulling him over. He had a broken tail light. You know, they have to do that. Bring over and say, hey, listen, you got a broken tail light. Go get it done. Go get it fixed. You know, they'll check you, and then, you know, you're there and gone. For him running, now he has a bigger offense, which, depending on what state you are, I think that turns into a felony at points like that, because you're driving off. And he crashed the car. I mean, the pickup. He crashed it in a ditch. You know, and it was a long chase with multiple divisions going after this guy. And this is the things that should be shown. It should be shown how hard these guys work. Are there bad cops in the system? Yeah, of course there are. Any job, you're going to get someone that, you know, that's going to be a miscreant, that shouldn't be in the job and stuff like that. But, you know, this is where, you know, the job tries to weed these people out. You're not going to get 100% good people. If you own a business yourself, and those of you my viewers, how many times have you had to fire someone who you thought was a good worker who turned it out to be a piece of shit, who turned out to be stealing from you or did something wrong, you know, took the company car when they was not supposed to. You know, these are the things that happen. It's going to happen. What you have to understand is look at the figures. Look at the figures on the stuff. Before you start slapping racism on, you know, the people that are out to protect you, learn where the crimes are. Understand the stats. They've been years. They've been here for years. They haven't been wrong. Understand, they're here to serve and protect. I always tell people, go back and watch Dragnet. Go watch those old Dragnet.
Do me a favor, will you? Sit back and take a real hard look. Look at the victims of these crimes and try to have a little empathy. It might do you some good. That's what we're all here for, to serve these people. Now, if you can't see it that way, maybe you better look for some other kind of job. I'm sure the department can spare you.
Some of those situations you talk about today, they talked about back then. And they discussed it, especially with the LAPD. So much of the bad press that the LAPD got years ago. And still does to this day. You know, you've had situations like Rodney King and many other things. But understand, in this day and age, even with video, depending on the angle you're watching at, you don't get the entire story. And in most cases, you know, when you click on the video, several minutes may have gone by. That missing minute or two makes the difference between self-defense and homicide. Understand that. You know, most people they throw up on there. Let the cops do their jobs. You know, they're there to help. You know, you hear the people say, we got to get rid of the cops. Oh, sure. Who's going to protect you then? You know, you want to get rid of the cops, the guns, and all this. Live in a world like that. And like I said, go into another country that doesn't allow you to have guns. That doesn't protect, that the cops doesn't protect you. That literally will whisk you away. And you've seen that video in Russia where someone was trying to say something against the government, and all he had was a blank piece of paper, and they whisked him away for that, just for standing there with a blank piece of paper. What's the government afraid of with a guy standing there with a blank piece of paper?